Alright, so the goal for today is to try something new, kind of a do with me slash figured out with me. I have this trailer, I have two trailers, Brymar and Short Track. The Brymar's 5 years old, starting to have some surface rust issues under here, paint chipping, and I want this thing to last 15 years, so I'm going to put a little time and money into hopefully fixing up the paint. What I'm going to be doing is rubbing alcohol, die grinder with a flat disc or paint removal wheel, MAP gas, and POR 15. I've heard a lot about it, my first time using it, so we'll see how it works. It's supposed to harden just as much as powder coat and protect just as much as powder coat. So we'll do it together and see what happens. This was all maybe 50 bucks for everything. So if it works good, it'll be worth the investment. All right, so let's see how this does. I'll hit a little bit. Honestly, I don't know if this is doing any good. Maybe it's just making it worse, but we'll see. It's just paint. Okay, so grinded a bunch of this down. Let's see if we could just give it a quick wipe. I don't know. Let's see. Rubbing alcohol on here. Wipe it down real good. I think I'll hit it with a torch. And the torch will turn the camera this way. The torch will ideally dry it up. Just get better stickage. Great if it works, right? Better than nothing, I guess. Better than not trying anything at all. Okay. Just a little more here. Stuff over here too. A lot of rust. It's all very surface. All right, let's whip open the can. Open the torch. see if we could dry it up a little bit. Probably stick a little better if it's more. You could see it burning the condensation off, or just the wetness rather. Yeah, I mean, it just completely dried it, so that's good. So let me get the paintbrush. All right, so I got 2 brushes. I'm not sure what this is gonna like better, and I got my stirring stick. So I'm gonna stir it up and see. I read the can, it says that it wants a top coat. Well, I just broke the stick in there, it's good. It says it wants a top coat, so I'll have to come back maybe tomorrow and put a top coat on it. I guess let's start with this brush. Oh, it goes on really nice. So maybe if you're doing this, you should put maybe like a painter's tape would be nice, squared off, but this is a work trailer, so I just want it to last. I don't really care how straight the cuts are. So it says you can put a second coat once it dries to finger dry. So I will, hopefully by the time I'm done with the first coat, I'm just gonna paint it on there nice and nice, as they say. I mean, honestly, it looks a little different now because this is all white from just the dust. I didn't clean up there, but it looks like a fairly close match if you look like here to like here, where it's nice and cured, or nice and like new looking. Go underneath here. Okay, so the first coat is on. You can definitely see a difference, but if you look here, like when it's all painted, and then you look at like this, it's going to be fairly similar once it dries. And also, I didn't clean this fully, so you could already tell, like once I shine it up, it's going to look fairly similar. I'm gonna let this dry, and then we'll come back for the second coat so you can see that. All right, so I'm just brushing it on nice and thick. And while I'm doing this, honestly, I'm like, am I like making this thing look worse than it is? And quite honestly, it might be the case, but I'm not too concerned with looks. I mean, look at the floor in this thing, it gets used. I'm just concerned about keeping as much rust off of this thing for as long as possible. And I think that's what everyone should be thinking about, because at the end of the day, your investment just needs to work. It doesn't need to look beautiful as much as you would like it to look beautiful. But we're gonna see. They say this dries hard as a rock, and anywhere I see rust, I'm just gonna grind it down and do this. And I think once it gets dirty and it dries and I put another top coat on it, you won't even know this happened. All right, so I just finished up, did 2 coats, took about 30 minutes to dry. I forgot to do the coats on these 2. I'm gonna do that right after this video, I just noticed that, but looks pretty good. Once I wipe it down, you'll probably never be able to tell that this happened once it gets a little dirty and everything. Once it fully dries after 24 hours, it should harden up pretty hard. So I did this, and then if you come to the back, I did this post, and then I also did a bunch of repairs on the wall here. but I'm not going to put it up because I don't want to mess this up. So far, I used about a droplet of that can. So if you just have repairs, I would not buy this big of a can. I'd build a smaller one because I'm probably going to waste this. It's going to sit and dry up and never be used. So definitely buy the smallest one you could buy if you're doing touch-up. But we'll see what happens. I'll update it.